Hello, guys. Welcome to our 12-week year accountability meeting. Happy Friday. I'm going to jump right in case, well, for the people that are most likely going to be watching on the replay. I need to get better at announcing when I'm going to be coming on, and I'm coming on a little bit later than I usually do. But I'm here and I'm happy to be here. I hope you guys had a great week since the last time we spoke last week. And for today, for now, can you let me know? Let's hold each other accountable on a scale from 1 to 10. How did you do on your goals this week? So you might want to fill this out first. The free printable for the scorecard is in the description below. And then just give me a summary of how you did in the description below. And I want to do something a little bit different. So that's the first prompt. Second prompt is, what are you proud of about yourself this week, as far as what you're working on, what you did well this week, and what is something you want to improve on? And I will write the same in the comments at the end. So let's take a look at my 12-week year scorecard here, and you guys can join me in doing this. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of planning for the week in my Modern Vision Planner on the weekly planning page. But let's start with the template. I feel like I had a good week. I feel like I was on top of things this week, but let's see. Okay, so this is for the week of, what was the beginning of this week? The 10th. So 7, 10, 23. So I'm going to go back to my monthly plan. Maybe I'll just leave that open here so I can look at my monthly goals here. And I kind of, I'm going to combine some of these so it's easier to see. So this one about self-care Sundays, you get one yoga class per week, and the other kind of self-care. No. Oh, that's more reading. So I'll put this under self-care, all of it. Monthly priority, increasing, honing in on self-care. And then the monthly league goals. So just as a reminder, we have our monthly priorities, which may or may not be like SMART goals, but then the league goals definitely are. So they're specific, they're measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And you want to be able to, these things are going to be under your control. So let me move this a little bit closer so we can see here. So my first one, just trying to get a good angle, sorry, and still be able to write. Sorry, stop shaking. Okay, so the first one is one yoga class per week. The second one is self-care Sundays. So that I got to move this up because I'm hitting it. It's hard to get this to be stable, guys, but I'm working on it. Sorry about that. So self-care Sundays for me is I want to do my painting on Sundays or any type of beauty treatment. This is while my kids are napping, is what I'm working on. And then I'll put the reading one here, although last week I think I put it on its own, but I want to finish this book that I'm reading, Covenant of Water. I'll just call it Cow. And that's essentially 20 minutes each night of reading. Then my second monthly priority goes towards my word of the year, which is push, but I'm thinking about it in different ways, not just like pushing myself to burn out, but pushing myself creatively, pushing myself to think outside of the box, pushing myself in the way that I'm showing up. So that one, the monthly goal priority, would be, it goes into my yearly goals of increasing community and revenue, but I guess the way I'm going to phrase it here is, I guess I'll put it under revenue because it's ultimately towards my career goals if I'm keeping it 100% real. So I think it's actually profit. And my lead goal under that, the first one is fun YouTube videos. The second one is weekly YouTube live. And the third one is around my email newsletter, my email marketing. So I want to do one newsletter per week that's just providing value to my community and usually letting them know about the most recent YouTube video. And then I also want to do one email for my sequences. So the goal is to, after someone buys my planner, provide them a lot of value via email. So I'm building out that sequence. I'm going to ask myself, I'm starting small, realistic goal, one email for the sequence per week. All right. So I'm going to highlight these. So yoga class per week, I went on Wednesday and it was a different type of yoga, which I've never done, which was really nice. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled Kauit yoga. And I used to teach vinyasa yoga, so it was really nice to try something that I haven't done before. And then I also went to Pilates this morning. So this is like, I would say 200% as far as wanting to do classes. I do walk on my Peloton and, do cardio on my Peloton here at home. And I actually did that every day except for Thursday. If I look at walking, which is one of the habits on my habit tracker, but I'll track it here too. So that was great. I also went to Pilates on Sunday the week before. Or the Sunday before the week started. Self-care Sundays. What did I do this Sunday? Well, so we had a babysitter come for 3 hours on Sunday. And then, hi. And then my kids went to nap. So I had really like 6 hours to myself on Sunday. And I can't for the life of me think what I did. I know I didn't do the painting. I think I did. What did I do? I think I kind of just moved slow and worked on some stuff. So either way, that's not what I want to do. Oh yeah, I went to Pilates. So kind of counts. I think I'll count that because it was a good Pilates class. So we'll say 100%. I'm being a little generous with myself. Reading 20 minutes a night. I did that every night except for Thursday. We'll see about tonight, but as of now, I'm 80%. Okay, moving on. Fun YouTube videos. I do have a fun one coming out that I hope you guys will like on Sunday about tiny habits, my non-negotiable habits that I do every week. So I'm going to give myself 100% for that. Weekly live Friday. Here with you guys now, 100%. And then the newsletter email sequence, I want to do this afternoon. So I'm going to leave that one. I'm thinking I'm going to do it because that's what I have planned, but we'll see. I'll go back and look at this on Sunday. That's what I usually do. So those are my monthly goals. Let me look at my quarterly goals just to make sure I'm not missing anything here. So dry queue through. I should add some of these. Maybe my lag goals that I will track here instead of being my yearly goals will be my quarterly goals. I think that makes more sense since this quarter I have a lot of things that are not encapsulated into my monthly goals since I'm just focusing a lot on self-care, really. Went to therapy this morning. I've been working out more, been eating better. So I feel like that's definitely a priority this month. Whereas for the quarter, I have some larger goals as well that I want to maintain. So let me write those down and I can see how I'm doing. Good enough is good enough. That's going to bother me, but I'm going to let it go. I kind of flubbed there. So dry Q3. So prioritizing my joy, dry Q3, class pass, which I changed because I found actually a studio that I like a lot. So I'm not bouncing around to different studios and being more mindful. So prioritizing joy is the yearly goal, and it's quarterly. It's falling into sober Q3. Let's say studio classes and mindfulness. Then let's see. So that's kind of how I wrote it. My second quarterly goal is family life related. So the larger yearly goal is about happy family memories. And then I wanted to do 2 France vlogs, which this morning I wrote like the treatment and like the story I want to capture. So I'm working towards that. Vacation, which is kind of like a given. And I want to do a photo book from our vacation. So, and then increasing profit, so we have our emails, marketing, increasing my creativity in my YouTube videos, and having more fun in my business. So all of those goals are really around, besides the email marketing, letting go a little bit and not being so, what's the word here? Let me move this light closer. I guess manic manifesting in a sense of trying to force my dreams to come true, but really enjoying the journey, practicing what I preach, and leaning into letting go, letting God, doing my part as far as I want to accomplish with my business, but not holding on so tightly, like releasing, having fun, and showing up in a way that's more authentic to who I am and the point of my life that I'm in right now, as far as having kids and also being a full-time psychologist, all those things, and just honoring, realistically what I can do and also showing up more creatively. So I used to model, I used to do spoken word. I'm really into videography and photography. So like infusing all of that in what I create and how I promote my planner. And then connecting more is the larger goal. And then this quarter, I put to hit 3K on YouTube and weekly lives and FaceTimes with my family, just so I can connect with folks that are important to me. And then reading more is the last one. And essentially, that's to finish the book that I'm reading, which we'll abbreviate as COW again. Okay, so those are kind of, it looks a little messy here, my yearly goals and then how I put my goals for the quarter to reach those. Hope that makes sense. So let's see here how close I am. Prioritizing my joy. I feel like I'm doing really well with that. I'm going to like 2 classes a week. I'm doing my Peloton cardio the days that I'm not going to classes. I am not drinking, and I've been practicing mindfulness. So I would say I'm doing pretty well as far as progress. I would say about 3/4 of the way of where I want to be and how I want that to look in my life. Thing I really need to improve on is those self-care Sundays that I've set out for myself. Family life, that I'm not going to put any progress because the quarterly, although I'll put halfway there because my vacation hasn't happened yet. A lot of those goals for my family are for my vacation. and we go at the end of the month. But we have been enjoying life a lot and creating a lot of memories, doing a lot of stuff with the kids, going to water parks. We went to a concert last night in the park, so that has been really nice. I don't know how to get that off. Okay. And then as far as my goals to increase profit, emails, I've been doing that. I did my email last week, increasing my YouTube creativity and funding my business. I'm going to say I'm about halfway there, moving, trekking along. Well, more because that has been on track. Connecting more, YouTube's hitting 3K, funding my business. The YouTube weekly lives I've been doing the last couple of weeks of this quarter. And then funding my business has been improving, hitting 3K. I think I'm at 2,500, but I'm not sure. So I would say about 75% though, based on that assumption. And then reading more, finishing my book. My Kindle shows me how far along I'm in, so I'm about 60%. So that's kind of what I'll put there. So that's where I am on my 12-week year scorecard. My mantra for this quarter was to be for real, keep it real. So I've set like really realistic goals for myself this quarter. So that's why my scorecard is kind of minimal. I'm just really trying to be realistic about what I can do now as a mom of two, a full-time psychologist, and running my business. I want to create goals that are serving my larger goals, but also compassionate for where I am in life. So that's my scorecard for this week. Again, let me know how you did on your scorecard. So from a scale of 1 to 10, how did you do this week? I'm going to give myself an 8. I'm going to write it in the comments. Then something that you're proud of that you did this week towards your goals. I am proud that I went to 2 studio classes. And then what I want to work on for next week is my self-care Sundays. I want to work on my self-care Sundays. Okay. So let me know yours below. And I'll put this away. I do want to share with you guys a little bit of my weekly planning. So this is my weekly planning page from my Mod Ambition Planner. Let's start off with, it's going to be the week of the 17th, I believe. So and my intention this week is to allow happiness. I had this revelation last night in the park while watching my kiddos play and run around at this like park concert that we went to. And oh wow, that's really sloppy, but good enough is going to have to be good enough. Okay. And I really realized how happy I was in my life right now, how happy I am with my marriage and my kiddos, and just, life in general right now. I'm really allowing myself like the abundance and the freedom to relish in that happiness and be grateful for it without like bracing myself for the other shoe to drop, so to speak, or being hyper vigilant and being afraid of that happiness, which I can sometimes lean into. And really, how life is, it comes at us fast. So while it's good, really appreciating it and allowing myself to really relish in that grace. So that's my happiness. That's my intention this week, is to continue to allow myself to feel that happiness and be grateful for it and relish in it without being like bracing myself for something bad to happen, right? My priorities this week, I have 2 reports I need to finish for work and admin stuff. I want to film 2 videos, and I think that's my main. I'll have to look at when I actually do my planning and batching for the week, what are my other ones. But for now, I think that's my main. I need to do my personal admin catch up. So I have a couple things that I need to catch up on, just admin stuff, which I can kind of avoid sometimes. Then let's go into, well, I guess I will number my week first. Oop. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. On the 19th is my brother's birthday. So I'll write that here. And then I'm also getting my hair braided this day, so I'll need to remember that one. Planning. And I'll look at my calendar and fill in the rest, but I do know that that's my brother's birthday. And then let's do my last week's wins and challenges. All right. So wins were definitely happy family memories. The concert last night was really nice. Memories. I ate really healthy. And I stuck to my workout habits. Challenges. I would still say, just thinking about my grandma being in hospice and her current journey as it relates to that has been a journey, and thinking about my mom and her being a caretaker now is challenging. What else? I don't think I was as productive as I wanted to be as in my psychologist work. So I'll put that. So I love this planner because you can just take that out. Okay. And I would say that's it. Then the habits that I'm currently tracking are, put this back. Walking daily on the Peloton, a load of laundry every day, and my skincare routine. I added a couple new products, so I'm just tracking that I'm being consistent, because after you buy all that stuff, you want to make sure you're using it. And there's this age filter on TikTok that I'm like, okay, I need to get on my skincare routine. But that is pretty much all for this week, my weekly scorecard. Again, let me know how you did. Roslyn 8, I'm proud that I'm using my expenses spreadsheet. That's awesome. I love that. Because yeah, those are so helpful. especially I do mine electronically, but just budgeting in general. I hope you guys have a good next week. Again, let me know how you did if you're watching the replay, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye.